Concerns about terrorism are also playing out in the presidential campaign. A new CBS News poll shows about 40% of Republicans in early voting states say their choice of a candidate was at least somewhat influenced by the Paris attacks. In all three states, Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina, Donald Trump has a commanding lead. Here's Juliana Goldman.
With national security concerns rising, Donald Trump leads the Republican pack. Retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson is slipping, and Senators Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio are gaining ground.
I'm leading every poll by a lot. It's not even a little bit anymore.
In the wake of the Paris attacks, at least 2/3 of Republican voters in the three early contests say a candidate must agree with them on how to handle ISIS in order to get their vote. And overwhelming majorities favor sending U.S. ground troops to the Middle East to fight the terrorist group. Today, Trump built on his controversial policy prescriptions, saying he would resume waterboarding, create a watch list for refugees, and monitor mosques.
I think waterboarding is peanuts compared to what they do to us.
In another new poll, 25% of New Hampshire primary voters say Trump is best equipped to handle the U.S. response to ISIS. Rubio lags behind with 13%.
What happened in Paris could happen here.
The Florida senator said his campaign was using the issue for its first campaign ad.
I obviously am not happy about the events that happened last week in Paris, but I think it's a positive development that it suddenly has forced Americans to confront more carefully the issue of national security.
The rise of Rubio and Cruz has come at the expense of Ben Carson, whose campaign admits the retired neurosurgeon has been hurt by the focus on national security.
Who's got the most experience? I don't know that it necessarily comes down to politics. It comes down to practical experience.
To burnish his foreign policy credentials, Carson's campaign is considering a foreign trip ahead of Iowa. Asia, Australia, and Africa have been mentioned. Jeff, a campaign official, says it's part of a strategy to take control of the news cycles and do something unusual and eye-opening.
Juliana Goldman in our D.C. bureau, thank you very much.